Hi guys, I am Isa. Today we're going to learn about object-oriented programming in Lua. So basically, Lua doesn't have classes, but there's a way that you can make things like classes using functions and tables. So yeah. So if you want to make a class, first we need the function. So the function's name is going to be, well, the class name they want to be. So students. I'm going to put end here. Alright, so in our function, we're going to have to write return, and this table will contain all the parameters of our class. Name is equal to just go write a is equal to number, and gender is equal to m. So yeah. So now if we write s1 is equal to student. I just have to open here. So, yeah. Let's say just one's parameters. S1 dot name is equal to students1. S1 dot age is equal to and S1 dot gender is equal to, it's gonna say the same. So usually in classes, we have these things called constructor functions. And these constructors there. So instead of having to add all this extra code, you can just write the name. So name is equal to something, and then write the age, and then the gender. So to do that constructor thing, you're gonna have three parameters: name, age, and gender. So here it's gonna say name equals to name, age equals to age, and it goes to gender. So yeah. So instead of like this, I could just write the name of the student, one, age, and gender. So we can also add functions to it. Like we add a print function. Print is equal to function. And what this function will do, she's gonna print all the stats about it. So to say print name equals name. So say print age plus age. Print gender plus gender. Now for this S1, we'll say print. I want to print oh yeah, just gonna write S1 not print. And so if I run this file, it should print. I'm gonna just say Lua main dot Lua. Yeah, so I'm going to have to name dot name age dot age gender dot gender. That shows properly name, the age, and the gender. So let's go to those class. So function of object. We're gonna have some parameters: x, y, width, height. With this object function, say return the table. We'll say x equals x, y is equal to y, width is equal to width, and height is equal to height. So yeah, we'll say object 1 is equal to object. And the x 50, width would be also 50, the height would also be 50. So yeah. Anyways, I'm gonna make a function called display. So display is equal to function. For this function, we'll just say for say so I will be equal to 1, and here let's say x, I mean the width. We'll just say put another for loop. So for I is equal to 1, I meant j, or it's just gonna have to pick a different name. And here, height, width, x. So yeah. I mean I dot right x. And so at the end of it, it's going to print slash n. Okay, no, not going to put slash n. I'm just going to put nothing because it creates a new line anyways. So I'm going to say object1 dot display. So I mean it's a bit too big, so let's just write width divided by 10 and height divided by 10. Instead of doing this width divided by 10, height divided by 10 thingy, we can just make an entirely new variable called scale. Scale is equal to scale. I can write scale is equal to 10. So 5 will be the default scale. Okay, never mind. There is no default scale. So we have to add the scale here. Scale is going to be 5. The 5 is going to generate this bulky object. 10. So if we change the width to 90. Wait, that's not right. This one meant to be height, meant to be width. So if you change the width to 90, this is going to increase. But if we set back, as you can see, if we set back to 50, it's not really, you know, like equal. So in this width thing, I'm gonna have to multiply the scale by, I don't know, 2 or something. Oh, I mean, divide the scale by 2. Just keep moving until we get the right amount. Whatever, 2.5 is good enough. So now, if we... Okay, I mean, the x and the y don't really have a point anymore, so we can just get rid of them. So, we have the width, so let's change the width to 100. You can see that happens. If we change the height to 100, what does this happen? So to a full square. But if it's just the width and height to 1, it's going to display nothing because our scale is 10, and 10 is less than it was. So yeah. And if you notice, our 111 is still going to be 2 x's because. Anyways, I'm going to add one more function. I'm going to say stats is equal to function. So it's going to give us the info about this object. So I'm going to say print. Let's see. Width. I'm going to add the width variable. This is the same thing for the height and scale. Height variable. and scale. Scale variable. I'm also gonna print now let's see what do I call it? Final. It's so this is going to be the width divided by scale divided by 2.5 or something. The final height will just be height divided by scale. Just change this to like 50, and here will be like 75, and the scale will be 10. So the width is 50, the height 75, so it's 10. As long as I also write opt1.stat. It tells us, great, so the final, which is 12.5, which are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I mean, that's 12, so it rounds down, so, but whatever. The final height is 7.5. So anyways. Yeah, that's basically it. Oh yeah, I forgot that use this column thingy. And also, just print this thing to separate it from the other stuff. Perfect. So now, if we run it again, it's going to show us the object. That's going to show us all these info. So anyways, that's the end of today's tutorial. If you enjoyed, please like and subscribe. So bye.